Welcome to another Peppertainment TV tutorial. I got my buddy Cheese, or Co-Cheese, down here helping out. He also eats the peppers, so he's actually sometimes not my partner in crime. Anyhow, I'm going to do a tutorial about growing peppers from seed. So I'm going to use my Peach Reapers today because I've got some seedlings. You can see that I got a pepper from this plant, obviously not this pepper, but I got a pepper from this plant. I like the genetics of this plant. Look at that stinger on there. It keeps producing the hottest peppers that I've ever experienced, so I need more of them. So I took a pod, just like this one, off the plant about a week and a half ago. I cut it open, I scrape the seeds onto a paper towel, and then I take the paper towel, I fold it over, and dab it so that it dries out. It takes all the moisture out of the seeds that's right on there from the pepper. Definitely recommend wearing gloves doing that because these super hot peppers, there's a lot of capsaicin. If you touch your eyes or other things, you are going to feel it for days. So definitely suggest wearing gloves on that. But so I've got the paper towel, got the seeds on it, dry them off. Sometimes I'll let them sit for a day or two. Usually what I do is just take the seeds that I want, I bring them on out to whatever pot I'm going to put them in. This pot actually has our homemade compost in it, but you can use just good black soil as well. It doesn't really matter, I find. The germination seems to be great. As you can see, I've got one seedling there. I've got 4 here. I planted 5, so that is a 100% germination rate. So my technique seems to work. So what I do is I take the seeds, I put a little bit of holes into the soil, I put the seeds in, and I cover it with fresh, loose dirt. Now, my secret is that I don't water them right away. A lot of people think you need to keep the seeds moist. I actually really prefer to let the seeds sit for a few days, 2, 3, 4 days in the soil or compost. Now what happens, I believe, is that the soil and compost wicks the moisture out of the seeds. So it actually mimics nature. If you think about what nature does, the plants drop the pods decompose, the seeds dry out, they settle into the ground, and then as the snow melts or the next rainfall or whatever season it is, then they sprout up with the seedlings. So Mother Nature tends to do things better than us humans, so I just followed her lead, and it works great. And as you can see, I got 100% germination, and typically I get 90 to 100% germination with that technique, so it works. Anyhow, what I'll do next is, you can see these guys are about a week and a half old or so. They sprouted up. It takes about a week to grow. They sprouted up. So now I'm going to put them into this windowsill so that they can actually build some roots and harden off to the sun and whatnot. I'm using this monster plant next to them that you can see is about 8 feet tall, producing tons of peppers. Really, really happy plant. So I know the lighting's good. I know that the moisture's good. This plant is a great example that everything is fantastic in this section of the garden. Now this one's in the dirt, obviously, because it's like 8 feet tall. These will go on the windowsill, but they will be blocked a little bit with the shade from this plant so that it's just like it fell off the plant itself. It's actually mimicking nature again because it's as if a pod fell off, rolled, and then this plant is helping to sort of shade it before it hardens off and whatnot. So I'm basically just going to take these guys, I do a good scoop. Now they don't have much roots, so you don't have to be too careful. You just kind of get in here and get a big glob like that so you don't disturb the existing roots and whatnot. Then I come over here. I don't know if you guys saw the video with the diapers, but I got some diapers in here to retain moisture. So I just kind of make a hole here. I plop it on down in there, put some dirt over it right here, and away we go. Now, I mentioned in one other video that I like to water in these seedlings. So I've got this concoction right here, which is a mix of BioVega organic fertilizer. So it's really gentle fertilizer, got basic nutrients. It's actually for hydroponics, so you really can't overdo it. And I also use this Roots Organic OrganismXL, which is a rooting compound that actually helps them establish their roots and harden off better. So I think that works better than just water itself. So that's my technique. Hope it works for you guys.